Okay. Uh, okay. First of all, I would like to say good afternoon, everyone again. Nakap. So I hope today is a great day for all of us, and I hope you are doing well as well. Okay. So today is another day for all of us, Nakap, to learn and understand the subject matter that we need to grasp and be able to apply in our day-to-day lifeนะครับ that's the point. So in order not to waste our timeนะครับ I will go ahead and start the lesson นะครับ I start the lesson now. Okay นะครับ let me check this one. Okay นะครับ the topic or contents that I will be presenting to you is about thoughts นะครับ I think you may understand about this one, especially when we're talking about the thoughts that mentioned in Buddhism ครับ so I believe everyone has experience with thoughts and believe everyone has this kind of experience then and so today we are going to discuss and share about our thoughts นะครับ in present generation or present or in present moment นะครับ so ครับ in this hour I would like to ask what I I would like to ask of you นะครับ what's the meaning of thoughts is and how Buddhism define thoughts นะครับ how Buddhism define thoughts นะครับ can anyone answers what the thought is นะครับ and how it arises and how it arises and what's the nature of thoughts exactly? Anyone can uh, provide me some detail about this one? When we're talking about thoughts, I believe that everyone know about this one already. Okay. So, uh, who would like to share about this one before we enter to the topic? นะครับนะครับ Who else can talk about the thoughts? นะครับ which is it exists in our now, it exists in our mind now. That's why what exactly when we're talking about the thoughts นะครับ so anyone Messi or Kim, anyone can explain or share about this first นะครับ according to your understand the concept นะครับ or
Teacher, for thought, right? To me, I think it's perception. Yeah, it's something that thinking, a process of thinking that the mind uh come up with. Yeah,
yeah you
opinion. Yeah, it's like an opinion. Yeah, in the mind.
yes. Okay, okay. When we're talking about thoughts, which is related with our mind, that's it. Okay. So, when we talk about the nature and meanings of thoughts, nakap, it's about the process. Sorry, a process of feelings arising, nakap, which is caused by stimuli that come into context or impact us, such as sight, nakap, sound, smell, taste, touch, and feelings, nakap. Whether it's negative or positive thoughts, nakap. Okay. Buddhism place great importance on thoughts, nakap, because thought is a process that leads to action. That is the general concept of thoughts, nakap. So right now, I will try to provide you some concept or meanings about the thoughts in general นะครับ thoughts in general นะครับ refer to mental activities นะครับ mental activities related to information processing นะครับ analysis the this decision making นะครับ and the creation of new idea. It's a complex process that occurs within the human mind and is a crucial factor นะครับ in driving behavior and the course of our lives. That is the core concept of the thoughts in general นะครับ so when we let's look at the another ideas of thoughts that especially we are focused on Buddhism นะครับ in Buddhism, thought is given great importance because it is the foundations of actions and subsequent karma นะครับ or action. The Buddha taught that thought is a key factors in determining life. If we have good thoughts, it will lead to good actions and good results นะครับ however นะครับ if we have bad thoughts, it will lead to bad actions and bad result as well. That is the the karma or the actions of uh, action นะครับ so according to this one, I would like to share with you about the uh, PPT นะครับ PPT which is I would like to share you. Let me check this one first. Okay. Okay นะครับ so in general นะครับ when we're talking about thoughts นะครับ especially when we talk when we will and we will discuss about the thoughts in Buddhism นะครับ uh, นะครับ in Buddhism, thoughts are considered to be a key aspect of human experience and are intrinsically linked to suffering and enlightenment. That is the main part or the main point that the Buddhism try to provide the concept of thoughts, which is related with our idea, our thinking นะครับ นะครับ our thinking นะครับ what which is the this the first process of our life which is we we face นะครับ what is when we're talking about the five factor of uh, senses นะครับ whatever sound size feelings or whatever นะครับ that are related to this kind of action นะครับ so uh, according to Buddhism นะครับ Buddhism classify thoughts in several types นะครับ okay the first one นะครับ we are talk okay the first one we are talking about the meritorious thoughts. Meritorious thoughts is nothing but it's the types or the a kind of thought which is talking about the good and virtuous thoughts นะครับ such as kindness นะครับ compassion joy equanimity นะครับ thoughts of doing good and thoughts of self improvement all this kind of thoughts leads to the good karma นะครับ good karma or good action in the in in the in the present moment or maybe in the future นะครับ which is it's very that the Buddhism try to focus on this one นะครับ and the second one unmeritorious thoughts นะครับ which is opposite of meritorious thought นะครับ it is a bad or harmful thoughts นะครับ such as greed anger delusions or envy or jealousy and thoughts of doing well of sorry of doing evil นะครับ and sometimes according to this topic sometimes we call unwholesome thoughts นะครับ okay actually we are going to today class นะครับ we are focused on unmeritorious uh, unmerited thoughts นะครับ unmeritorious unmeritorious sorry for my pronunciation because of its very uniqueness of the words นะครับ so and the next one นะครับ worthy thoughts นะครับ worthy thoughts is thoughts related with the words and material things นะครับ such as desire cravings or worries or fear this are related to this type of thinking นะครับ and the last one นะครับ supramundane thought นะครับ this is the huge thoughts the huge concept sorry the huge ideas that we are going to uh, make it happen นะครับ why I have to say that because of supramundane thoughts related with the thoughts to Dhamma นะครับ this one talking about the Dhamma liberations from suffering นะครับ and enlightenment นะครับ these are elevated and wise thought นะครับ that wise thoughts or this kind of thoughts then in Buddhism นะครับ we focus four types of thoughts นะครับ which is we can separate in two types นะครับ whatever good or bad thoughts or negative or positive thoughts นะครับ which is includes into four types of thinking นะครับ. So another point that I would like to emphasize is the import, which is not appear in the screen นะครับ so in Buddhism นะครับ we try to give importance of thought in Buddhism นะครับ so what is that when we talking about the importance of thoughts in Buddhism, the first one they said that thought is the cause of actions. I think you agree with this one because of that is like a seed นะครับ when the seed are plant นะครับ that is what we are reap นะครับ reap นะครับ the second one thoughts determine life นะครับ good thoughts lead to good life. On the other hand, why bad thoughts lead to bad life, which is we to understand about this concept นะครับ and the next one training the mind. Thoughts have ability to training the mind because of the Buddha taught us to train our mind to be good นะครับ and virtuous นะครับ bringing to happiness and inner peace นะครับ so this is the concept of thoughts in Buddhism, and that we can classify into four types of thoughts. And the final, we are talking about the importance of thought, which is the Buddhism try to emphasize, try to give the important. Whatever thought is the cause of actions. นะครับ thoughts determine life, and thoughts can training the mind as well. That is the point. นะครับ so uh, right now, I would like to go further with the main topic, which is we are going to talk about นะครับ in this one, unwholesome thoughts นะครับ which is I mentioned in the unmeritorious thoughts นะครับ which is bad and harmful thoughts นะครับ so let's look at the meanings uh, of unwholesome thoughts นะครับ in Buddhist in Pali context นะครับ or in Thai words we call akusala citta จิตตุนะครับอกุศล in Thai we call akusul อกุศลจิตนะครับ or English we can call akusala citta จิตตุนะครับ which is refer to three types of unwholesome thoughts นะครับ that can lead to negative action นะครับ and harmful consequences นะครับ so the first one we are talking about uh, akus akusala vitok นะครับ which is the first one นะครับ we're talking about the gamma นะครับ gamma vitok นะครับ this refer to thoughts that are centered on sensual desire นะครับ or worldly pleasure. These thoughts can lead to immoral actions or actions that are harmful to oneself or others นะครับ so in this one talking about the greed, the greed and having นะครับ which is talking about a desire for something that is not present or for more of something that is นะครับ this can include material possession นะครับ experiences or especially this one sensual pleasures นะครับ which is talking about the karma in this particular one นะครับ which is related with sound, sight, smell and touch something like that, touching something like that, that is related with karma นะครับ or in some way we can say that bad desire นะครับ or bad action นะครับ so uh, this for the consequences of these thoughts นะครับ related with the this can lead to dissatisfaction นะครับ envy, jealousy, and even unethical behavior to obtain desired things นะครับ these the consequences or the bad negative of uh, sensual pressure นะครับ we call gamma vituk นะครับ so that is the one นะครับ and the second one we are talking about thoughtful of hatred or ill will นะครับ this one talking about the in Thai we call พยาบาทวิตกนะครับ this refer to thoughts filled with hatred evil or malice towards others นะครับ these thoughts can cruise the mind and lead to violent actions or hateful words นะครับ in Thai we call in another word that we can consider in this one it's we call dosa or tosa in Thai นะครับ hatred or anger นะครับ it is the feelings of animos animosity นะครับ resentment นะครับ or hostilities towards others or oneself นะครับ for example this kind of thought related with anger or at a perceived wrong นะครับ resentment towards someone or self hatred นะครับ it can happen so next one we will going to talk about why it happen like this นะครับ next one we are talking about the consequences of this kind of negative thinking นะครับ this one can lead to violence นะครับ conflict stress and negative relationship this is the harmful things that occur from พยาบาทนะครับ that if someone have that kind of thinking or ideas it can lead to the harmful นะครับ to the harmful ways whatever physical thing or mentalist นะครับ so the next one we are talking about the thought of violence นะครับ the last this is the third one of unwholesome thoughts นะครับ that we call วิหิงสาวิตกนะครับ which is refers to the thoughts of violence uh, cruelty นะครับ or harming others these thoughts are clues and can lead to illegal actions นะครับ or action that cause suffering to others นะครับ so according to this one นะครับ when we talking about the consequences นะครับ consequences of uh, unwholesome thoughts there are in many ways in many factors นะครับ the first one we are talking about a mental disturbance นะครับ uh, it's engaged in unwholesome thoughts can lead to feelings of anger นะครับ resentment or anxiety adversaries affects one mental well-being นะครับ these are the things that it can affect us for the first hand for the first time because of this the first thing when we're talking about mental disturbing is the first effects from bad thinking or negative thoughts นะครับ and the second one we are talking about unwholesome actions นะครับ why they have to say that because of akusala vitok นะครับ often lead to unwholesome actions นะครับ that we call akusala kamma or bad action นะครับ bad action or uh, evil นะครับ which can manifest as harmful behaviors toward oneself or others นะครับ resulting in a negative uh, gamma นะครับ that is the point so the next one we are talking about the relationship strength นะครับ this topic they are talking about the negative thoughts such as jealousy or hatred can damage interpersonal relationships นะครับ leading to conflicts นะครับ conflicts misunderstanding and isolation, especially when we talking about the communities. Whatever the community of like a families or working place or like some like a community something like that. This one can affect our thought as well. Next one, increased sufferings. When we're talking about increase of sufferings, of course, it affects directly from this point because of dreams or negative thoughts นะครับ can exacerbate personal suffering นะครับ and dissatisfactions creating a circle of negative that is hard to break นะครับ that is the main part of this point and the next one we are talking about the obstructions to many to mindfulness and clarities นะครับ unwholesome thoughts can cloud judgment นะครับ and obstruct mindfulness, making it difficult to perceive realities clearly and respond wisely to situation These the thing that can affect the why? Because of when we're talking about the concentrations or clarity of mind, it can affect directly, which is because of these type of thoughts, it can affect about present situation. Because of if we focus on the bad ideas or the bad thoughts, then so it's automatically directs to mindfulness or clarity of thinking or the way we analyze the situation. Like, and the next one, we are talking about impeding spiritual growth. In this context, it's talking about uh, in the context of Buddhist practice, akusala chit, or unwholesome thoughts. Hiders progress on the path of enlightenment by creating obstacles to contributing positive qualities such as compassion and wisdom. And the next one, we are talking about the health consequences. Of course, these unwholesome thoughts can lead us to the long-term engagement with negative thoughts patterns can lead to the stress and it's related to health issue both physical and mentallyนะครับ that is the point to encounter the effects of kusalaจิต one can practice mindfulness cultivate awesome thoughts and engage in meditations and other spiritual practice that promote peace compassion and understanding so the next oneนะครับ actually, there are many ways when we're talking about how to overcome awesome thoughts and awesome thoughts the first one that provides mindfulness meditation this method can fix can promote the uh, promote the and solving over the unwholesome thoughts or negative thoughts because of this one is powerful and we can use it we can use it and the next one we are talking about cognitive reframings what is that this topic talking about the challenging and flames negative thoughts identify the distorted thinking patterns and replace them with more balanced or positive perspective this is the way we fix the situation by trying to find out the reasonable of ideas or thinkings this one related with the critical thinkings and how to fix the problems by uh, using the proper methods to enhance the unwholesome thoughts and the next one, they are talking about the regular meditation practice. Of course, this one, it's so powerful and more benefits of meditation practice as we talking about the mindfulness meditations. And the next one, breathings, deep breathings and relaxations techniques. This one, it can it can help to figure it out and solve the negative thoughts negative thinkings by practice deep breathings and relaxations while you have that kind of ideas or feelings okay the next one we are talking about the limited negative influence reduce exposures to negative environments toxic relationship or media that provokes unwholesome thoughts. This one they try to provide us that if we want to solve this problem, try to avoid some kind of information which is related to uh, unwholesome thoughts, whatever come from uh, the communities, families, like or maybe from social media that can influence us in this way. Okay, the next one, engage in positive activities. Of course, this one can lead us to the awesome thought by select or choose the activities which is suitable for the situation. For example, when we're talking about the positive activities, mean instead of focus on the unwholesome thoughts or negative thoughts. So we have to find out the activity to support our ideas or our feelings. For example, talking to friends, talking with talking and sharing with friends about the good topics or benefits. There are many benefits of this one นะครับ and the next one we are talking about seeking support นะครับ suppose if something that it's very difficult to figure it out, so we need to lean on with someone, lean on to someone นะครับ especially when we talking about the uh, therapist นะครับ or the doctor, which is they can provide or they can suggest us about the method or the detail or the approach that we can solve the problems when we have that kind of thinking or thoughts or ideas นะครับ and the next one mindful self compassion. What is that นะครับ when we talking about the mindful self compassion, we talking about the practice being gentle with yourself นะครับ practice being gentle with yourself, acknowledge that everyone's experience unwholesome thoughts and treat yourself with the same same kindness and would offer a friend นะครับ so in this method, in this method นะครับ they try to think like okay, if we would love to have that kind of awesome thoughts which is opposite of awesome thoughts, so we have to treat people equal and the same way as uh, we would like to be treated, something like that. So this one is the technique or the method that we can overcome awesome thoughts that are that related with the with the idea of Buddhism นะครับ so according to this one is the key concept of the idea of negative thinking and how can we overcome it or how can we solve it, how can we solve it นะครับ so in this point we will focus on three types of unwholesome thoughts. For example, the first one, gamma vitok, which is related with sexual desire นะครับ and the second one we are talking about the payabhat, which is related with the hatred นะครับ or ill will นะครับ ill will, and the last one we are talking about the vihingsa นะครับ vitok, which is related to violence นะครับ so according to this concept นะครับ I would like uh, to have some kind of discuss or idea which is related with your perspective of thinking or try to find out the solution together. So for this sharing this information, I will stop just only this much, and then we will go for question and answer, which is we are talking about the experience and solutions of this kind of topic นะครับ so according to you นะครับ I have many questions to ask you about what is the nature of unwholesome thoughts which is we face in our life, in our situation, whatever yesterday, today, and they may occur in the future that we call tomorrow. So that's why anyone, if you don't mind, I would like all of us share about your experience about facing the unwholesome thought that we call negative thinking นะครับ why it happened and what we can control, what we can be aware of this one, and what is the solution that won't happen again. So if anyone understand and have that kind of experience, please share with us about this one. The stage is yours นะครับ thank you so much. Okay, so who's going to be first นะครับ about the experience or the idea which is related with the unwholesome thoughts that we call bad thinking นะครับ bad thinking นะครับ so anyone can express your feeling ครับ okay, how about Kim ครับ how about Kim, do you have some idea about this type of topic นะครับ or ideas นะครับ
Hi,
ส
good
วัส
to
ดี
talk
morning.
ค่ะอาจารย์
สวัสดีครับผมครับครับ
This is a very good topic อาจารย์ very interesting because uh, I think all of us suffer from thoughts every day or every moment and just now อาจารย์ went through the list of wholesome and meritorious, unmeritorious and also uh, different, there are another two types like meritorious, unmeritorious, and also
Yes.
vicious negative thinking, right? And
Yes.
also
Yes.
supramundane. Kim think at our level, we are fighting with wholesome and unwholesome every day.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, even sometimes it really depends on our being. I mean, uh, our wellness on that particular day or that particular moment. It can
Mhm.
be just a moment of anger, then we can think of very bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and when we start this so-called negative thinking, more and more will come.
Mhm.
Yeah, just like what Ajahn mentioned just now, bad thought is a thief.
Yes.
Yeah, it really take a lot of time away and a lot of our energy away. Then it's somehow like keep thinking of the particular uh, thing or particular person, or why is it like that, why she treat me like that, and why she behave like that, am I that bad, why am I getting all this, so
Yes.
yeah, until recently Kim read about this story on Devadatta, and also uh, some of the Jataka story.
Mhm.
Uh, it is so important of having uh, not having bad thoughts. And just
Yeah.
like Devadatta, he harbored this very uh, this wrong thought that the previous Buddha's previous life, the
Yes.
merchant uh, stole away his business,
Mhm.
and he got very angry and he cursed. He made a
Mhm.
very bad curse that he want to follow him every lifetime. So it was so true that until his last lifetime he followed Buddha, and yeah, he was still doing bad. He was still trying to harm the Buddha. So that was like very, whoa, very awakening, as in thought can be so bad, thought can be so scary. So after reading all this Jataka story, Kim reflect and think that oh, okay, we shouldn't have all this, and also uh, that Kim linked to the importance of having to meditate more to purify our speech, our thought, and also our action. So
Uh-huh.
that's what I think about thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you so much for sharing with us about the experience นะครับ and yes actually when we're talking about unwholesome thoughts that we call in Thai we call อกุศลวิตกนะครับ I think you understand about this one อกุศลวิตก อกุศลวิตกครับอกุศลวิตก this one I think it can happen to all of us which is we cannot avoid at all I believe that because of uh, so that where it's come from when we're talking about what is the cause of this kind of uh, how to say the ideas sorry where it's come from about these incidents why it's such so powerful and can conquer our feelings นะครับ when we talking about negative thinkings นะครับ so what is the cause according to your understanding anyone can share about the what is the cause of the unwholesome thoughts นะครับ where it's come from why it's so powerful for us and it's difficult to dealing with that นะครับ in some ways นะครับ who can answer please
Teacher, I would like to share my thoughts.
yes
Yeah,
please
about these unwholesome thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah. So actually, regarding what Kim had mentioned, um, I also read about the story about the Devadatta and the and the Buddha, the merchant. So at first I thought, oh, how can a person have such anger towards someone? Because in the story it says that Devadatta so angry and he cursed and then after that he died.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
actually it happens to real life, my grandma. So actually my grandmother quarreled with her sister
Mhm.
10 over years ago. So when my grandmother passed away, so her younger sister did not come to attend her the
Funeral.
uh yeah funeral. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
and I wonder, oh, why she did not come to attend a funeral? And it
Uh-huh.
happens that because she is still angry with my grandmother, they quarrel like 10 over years ago. And I wonder, oh, it reminds me of the story of the Devadatta. Yeah. So I said, oh, actually, anger, when you're angry with someone, it can last for like 10 over years or maybe 20 over years. If my grandma's still alive, I think maybe 20 over years, they are still angry at each other. Yeah, so and then I saw the fire over at the Australia, the fire that burned the whole the forest. Yeah, I said, oh, the fire in my grandmother's sister's heart is longer and it can burn longer than the fire in the Australia forest because
Yeah.
of one anger at someone,
Mhm.
10 over years and it doesn't go off. So it makes me feel that anger is a very, very dangerous thing that can happen to anyone. So from what I see, I feel that in this lifetime, if I'm angry at anyone at all, I will have to let myself know that I must let go. Because if
Mhm.
I don't change, this anger, this bad character will actually bring towards next life
Okay.
because it will sit deep inside of our mind and carry on to the next life. Yeah, so
Mm.
I think person who is angry this lifetime is because they have cultivate the anger in the past life. So
Wow.
that's why they can be easily angry in this life, and if they don't change, they will continue to be angry easily in the next life and so on. Yeah,
Yes.
so from this I see, oh, I feel that anger is very, very dangerous thing. Yeah, so I just want to share my thoughts about this bad uh uh character. Yeah,
Yes. Thank,
yeah.
thank you.
So yep,
Thank you
that's
so
all.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much for this one. Okay, actually, so when we're talking about this thought, nakap, when we're talking about the unwholesome thoughts, nakap, these thoughts, nakap, are rooted in ignorance, nakap, and can lead to sufferings and
Defilements.
negative karma. Yes, that's the point.
In the defilements, right?
Yes, defilement. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I wanted to say also, that is rooted in the defilements, yeah. And
Uh,
maybe I what I heard from Macy, the story. So
okay.
I have something like similar in my family, and uh, I thought that also maybe I don't know if it is starting from the anger or if it is starting from wrong view,
Mhm, mhm.
because the people, they don't have the right view, right? They don't
Yeah,
have
yes.
Amatiti, they have wrong view. And
Mhm,
so everybody's thinking wrong about the other person, they think, and yeah, they think the other person is not correct, I am correct. And from that point on, the anger and the hatred is going to build up and to start. But I don't know what is the root, if it is the defilement or if it's the wrong view. But
mhm,
it is
mhm.
yeah, it is ending in hatred and in anger. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That I think this is the main point of the last action because hatred, nakap. And okay, I believe that the main part of this cause just because of maybe because of misunderstanding, right? Or what kind? This was a very major of ideas. Nakap. When we're talking about misunderstandings, nakap, I believe that this one can cause a lot of unwholesome thoughts นะครับ and because of there are many incidents even me also นะครับ I used to have that kind of experience นะครับ which is I don't have any kind of bad action or bad thinking for them นะครับ but it happened because of maybe because of they misunderstood in some ways or maybe they have some kind of jealousy or envy or even uh, how to say yes, of course, especially jealousy, which is I believe that if we do our best, then we can get the good action, right? But for others, they don't have that kind of ideas, นะครับ because of they try to involve with others situation, but not themselves. So that's why this type of thinking or thought can lead to the bad karma that we call unwholesome thought, especially when we're talking about the envy or jealousy. I think that is the main cause. So anyone have that kind of ideas นะครับ นะครับ I used to face many times according to this one. So about Heiko, if you have that kind of suppose if you have that kind of idea, what are you going to do with that นะครับ according to your understanding ครับ what how can you prolong or how can you dealing with that kind of situation นะครับ when someone misunderstand you yes
When someone is misunderstanding me,
yes
I can
Mhm.
try to explain again my
Okay.
point of view.
Mhm.
But if the other person is not understanding me,
Mhm.
I think somehow I have to accept it and not get angry about the misunderstanding. Also thinking about, okay, there can be like different points of view. So the other person can have a different opinion, a different point. Yeah.
Okay.
And accept the situation, because not every person can think the same way. And understanding, yeah, is also like how to say it, how are you brought up, where are you coming from, what kind of thoughts are you having. So it has also to do with the karma, I think,
Okay. Okay.
like how people think. And if they have like different karma, if they have different background, they cannot always share the same point of view about something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to accept it.
Okay. Thank you for your thoughts นะครับ so next
Sorry,
one I would
Ajahn.
like
Sorry,
yes
Ajahn. I have a question to ask.
yes please ครับ
Assuming a family having sibling with different religion, and there's always a dispute regarding about the funeral issue. How do you handle this thing? How will you advise me in this case? Because maybe the sibling having one of them is Christian and the other one is Taoist and the other one is a Buddhist. Each of us have their own way of thinking how the funeral should be done. And there will be a dispute among them in some cases in that way. Because of religion different. There's a dispute and they decide to get angry with each other. You see my question?
Actually so sorry I it's not clear for me
All right.
about
Okay.
your
I'm saying that
questions
if there's a in a family,
okay
there are people who are having different religion.
okay
And if there is a funeral to be go ahead, and everybody share their opinion that how the funeral should be done, and it become a very unwholesome thought that why are you not following me and why are you using the another way of doing the funeral, you know? So it become a very hateful and among the family members and all this itself. And how to avoid this actually?
I thank you for your question first of all. In this one, I think the first thing that we have to collect things is try to understand the situation. I believe that.
In nowadays society, in the family member, there are
Okay.
various religion in the family member itself. Not like in Thailand, most of them are Buddhism. Like in Singapore, a families, small family members, some of them are Buddhist, and some one or two of them it can be a Christian. And some even of my friend, one of the sleeping is Islam.
Okay.
So there's a lot of dispute on the funeral to be how to carry out for their seniors or something like that itself. And some
I,
even don't want to attend the funeral because they say this is not my religion way of doing it, so I'm not going to attend the funeral. So it
okay.
creates a kind of emotional
Oh.
unhappiness and very unwholesome thought.
I believe that if we can talk or if we can share the ideas for each other, I believe this problem can be solved. I believe that because of when we're talking about the family how to say family issues นะครับ I believe whatever you belong different categories of religion I believe that that is the personal thing to dealing with but when we're talking about the relationship of the member of the people in the family I think this one's very unique and very important than others นะครับ because of when we're talking about the relationship of the families so we have to understand and we have to realize the values of the people in the same family, right? So that's why in this one we can't say that oh you are different religion. I can attend. This one I think it's quite difficult to find out how to say the answer or try out the solution for this one because of each of religions they have their own perspective of living or believing or the way of practice, right? Religion. So that's why in this way, I believe that if we concern about that kind of the relationship of the people, then I believe that this topic or this issue they can figure it out. For example, I can't interfere or I can't participate the funeral, for example. So the others family member they should understand that because of I have the kind of idea. So I believe that I live on that no problem because of they have that kind of ideas about this one so I understand because of I use the words of understand your point so it's why I cannot interfere with your uh idea so it's why I leave it but and the next the second one we have that kind of idea that you are still belong to our member of families which is you follow Christian or Muslim or Muslim I don't mind to have that kind of idea. That's for my point of view นะครับ so it's why if we can accept and we agree to each other about this kind of uh, information or idea, then I think they won't have any kind of problems or having the conflicts between the one who want to participate or the one who doesn't want to participate. The function, something like that. That's the main point of view. That's my point of view. นะครับ so others, do you have any kind of ideas to support this one, our friends, please?
Can I share, teacher?
Yes, please. Yes, yes.
Yes, actually, it happens like for humans case, right? It actually happens to my family member also. Actually, it's my grandma who passed away, and then because we follow Taoism, my family member, so Taoism, so they will have all the ceremony, and then at the end of the ceremony, they will actually order 3 big pigs. It's actually a roasted pig. So instead of because we learned that for people who passed away, we should accumulate more merit. But on the funeral ceremony, so what they did was that they actually ordered 3 big pigs and then roast them. So after I see this, oh, I think, oh, that's really bad. But I also I did not uh, give any comment or anything. So for me, after I see this, oh, I do more merit for my grandma. Yeah, so I just follow what because it's the senior member like my father, my auntie, and all of them. To me, because I think they do not know about Buddhism. They do not know that actually people who die, they do not need all this because they have in Taoism, uh, what they did was that they burned a very big house made from paper. So big house and like people made from paper, and then shoes, cars, and everything. So in hope that they have a better life in the afterlife. So after they do all these things, which I know it's not going to give any merit to them, but I still follow, because it makes it's it's not for the dead people, but it's for the people who are living, who left in the world, that they feel this is the best thing that they can do for their mom. So if we stop them from doing this, they will feel very bad. Oh, my mom passed away, and then to go to another world, and without the house, without the car, without the helper, and all these things. So to me, I think, oh, maybe they would feel better by doing this, even though it is the wrong view. But to me, I will stay secretly, but I will doing my doing way is that I will do another way, that is make donation under my grandma's name, and then accrue other merit all under her name. Yeah. So to me, I think that is my way of being filial to my grandma. And then the funeral process that they do, I still follow, because that is the way that my grandma, my auntie, and my dad, they will feel better. Yeah, so that is my way of handling this issue. Because if if we argue with them during the funeral, it's going to be very bad, because everybody will be sad. Yeah, it's already a very sad thing. And if argument comes out, it's even worse. So sometimes I think no need to be right. As long as everybody is in harmony, is okay.
Wow.
In my feeling. Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is one thing. Yeah, and another point that I would like to add on is about the misunderstanding. Um, of like last year, maybe I heard about this Dhamma talk by Ajahn Kalayano. He's a disciple of Ajahn Chah. So Ajahn Kalayano, he said something which makes me remember until today, is that he says that in every, maybe it's from Ajahn Chah also. So he says that in all our thinking, if we think that this is right, give a 5% that it should be wrong. So don't have 100% thinking, oh, this is 100% should be right. He says that because of different experience and also different circumstances, maybe 5 years or 10 years later, things that we think 100% correct back then might not be correct now. So he says, if you give yourself 100%, you will be too rigid. So if you think something is right, only 95% is right, and then give yourself the 5% wrong, possibility of being wrong. And if you think something is not correct, and then give
Okay.
yourself the 5% that it might be wrong, it might be correct. Yeah, so then you have a chance to have a different thinking. Yeah, so then misunderstanding will be lessened. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Missy. Thank you.
Thank-
Okay. Yes. How about others? Do you have any idea to support Messi or and me about the issue that our friends just raised the issue about this one? Which is, I believe that when we're talking about the misunderstanding, this is the huge part that can affect our thoughts or our ideas, which is can lead to the negative thoughts, So it's why this one we have to be prepared for that, So and the next one I would like to share with you about this is the thoughts, When we're talking about the unwholesome thought, it is not happened yet, Just only the ideas or the feelings, The feelings. Suppose actually But in the general, when we have that kind of idea, it can lead us to the negative action. What do you think about this one? Do you agree with me about this one? Suppose if they have that kind of idea, นะครับ or or negative self thought or self thinking or self thought นะครับ so it can lead, I think when we're talking about the present, it may cause us like a 80%, I believe that. Suppose if they have that kind of ideas นะครับ but unless we have some kind of rethinking or something that can hold us from the issue นะครับ so but I believe that 80% นะครับ I will give 80% when we have this kind of thinking or idea, then it can lead to the actions. What do you think about this one? Do you agree with me or not? How about Kim or Heiko? How
I,
about the chances that can happen นะครับ when we
yeah,
have this kind of idea?
yeah, I think I agree with you that okay, sometimes a thought is just coming up, right? And I think that where is this thought coming from? It is so bad, but I catch the thought and I immediately try to let it go.
Yeah.
But it's also because I know about the Buddhism, what is good, what is bad, right? And I think that if people they don't know about this thing and the thought is just coming up and they are not aware, they don't have the mindfulness, and they keep on thinking this thought again and again and again, then it will just like stay in their mind, and it is like growing. And I think that we say that first it is just a thought, and a thought is leading to speaking about it. And when you speak about it, after that you are acting like, yeah, you are acting it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes, I totally agree. And I think this is also like what we see nowadays. There are more violent things happening. The people who do bad things are getting younger and younger. It's because, yeah, in the TV and everywhere, social media, we are seeing more bad things, and it's around us all the time. And if you are not aware about it, that it is bad, and that you should not follow those things, then yeah, you are trapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
so actually when we're talking about three types of unwholesome thing นะครับ which is talking about the sensual misconduct, right? Sensual pressures, I can say that sensual pressures นะครับ whatever about the bodies or about the physical thing, or what about the how to say the frames นะครับ the wealthy or something that then we can conclude with kama vitok นะครับ and the second one we are talking about the พยาบาทวิตกนะครับ which is uh, hatred นะครับ so in this point I feel like right now in the present moment นะครับ so it's happened and it's occur very easy and it's so powerful. So what actually is when we're talking about okay, our generations, we follow the Buddhism a lot for a long time, but I feel like why this one it's so powerful and can defend our spirit or our mention about the goodness. Why is so powerful to it's very sorry, it's very difficult to deal with this type of situation when we're talking about the hatred or evil นะครับ I agree with Heiko about this one because of right now we surround with some kind of hatred situation, whatever from medias, also from the communities นะครับ and every time it's words นะครับ more words and more difficult to deal with, so it's why so in according to this one นะครับ so do you have any kind of protections or the method or the approach to solve the problems นะครับ anyone can answer about this one ครับ if you have the method or idea to dealing with this type of situation, what are you going to do นะครับ
Yes,
Okay.
Ajahn.
Yes, please, Kim,
Mention
please.
about hatred. Kim read
Uh-huh.
this Dhamma before that the people who have this kind of ill will, right? They
Mhm.
have very strong jealousy. That
Mhm.
they will think that uh they are the best somehow, you know,
Mhm.
and they will like think of why am I not getting it, or why is the person getting it. And when things happen to them, as in bad thing happen to them, why am I not good? So the reverse of the insight is the person is thinking she's the best.
Yeah.
So with this kind of feeling that accumulate over the days or years, it become very strong negative feeling. It built up to be a hatred. And
Mhm.
yeah, that's why hatred is something that we have to realize ourselves that in fact, thinking of impermanence, when we realize that nothing is permanent anyway, and we are not the best. So when we realize, we have to realize this non-self, then we can remove or reduce this hatred. So
Yeah.
Kim think this is very applicable because Kim was a victim of jealousy of someone, and she actually gang up with other people and talk bad about me, and and it's like, oh gosh, what did I do, what did I do, and why are they treating me this way? And slowly as I uh, read more Dharma book, and as what Heiko mentioned about karma, Kim take it that okay, it's my karma. I just accept it, and recently Kim read more Dharma book and realized that if we react, if we have any feeling towards their doing, their bad doing, then we will have more to do next life.
Mhm.
So from that moment onward, I realized that, oh, okay, I don't want to have any feeling, just an arahant, just a arahant, they will stay still, right?
Yeah.
So reading all the story of the arahant is that, okay, whatever that people do to them, they will stay still. Of course, they have their inner dharma to support them, So, but for me, I haven't have any. So I can only practice and be mindful, and remind myself that karma, everything that happened, it can be my old karma, and it can be new karma for that person also. So,
Mhm.
so we better stop it, Don't deal with it anymore. So let go, and just be happy. Yeah. So this is something that I realized recently, and I feel much happier, and I'm not going to get it again. Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Wow.
as for what Yuman shared just now about funeral, Kim
Mhm.
think this is a very difficult situation because it involves the belief. It's different kind of belief.
Mhm.
So because belief is something that is so deep down into everybody's mind, it is simply not possible for us to can so-called undo or
Mhm. Mhm.
change them, because belief come with ignorance to certain extent, So even though we know, like what Maisie said, we know our practice, they need merit. People who pass away, they need merit. And
Mhm.
of course, I can understand when we see that things are not what it should be, then it's good to take a step back. Good to
Yeah.
take a step back. And the best is what happened to my family is I was glad that my parents, both my father and my mother, mentioned the issue of death before. And they also mentioned about their request. you know.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
before years ago, before my father was healthy, and my father like mentioned about he was ill, not doing good, then I told him, don't worry, father, if you have anything happen to you, I will invite the monk to conduct chanting for you. Is it okay? Then he was very happy to receive. He was okay, you know, even though
Yes.
he used
Mhm,
to be a Taoist who pray, you know.
mhm.
And my mom, when my mom see what we did for my father, my mom also very happy. Yeah. So uh, the 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 core issue is, so long as we do according to what the person who passed away, what the person wish, that
Mhm.
is more agreeable for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And we have no dispute. You know,
Okay.
so I'm just doing according to my parents' wish, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
but of course, Kim also heard before that in some of my friend ever shared that the family have some Christian members. They strongly insist, even though the parent who was not a Christian,
Okay.
yeah, but they strongly insist that they want to do the Christian ceremony. But I mean, it was so bad, too bad, because the parent didn't mention this death issue before the funeral arrangement, you know. So in the end, the being a Buddhist, my friend have to give in and let the Christian do whatever they do. And then like what Maisie did after the funeral, this person do merit for the parent.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's how you know, the whole thing was like you know, someone just have to take a step back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for your explanations and sharing us about your experience. According to I will add on about this situation. For me, from my perspective or belief that when we're talking about diversity, right? When we're talking about the colorful things of religions or activities, I believe that when we have this kind of idea, the things that we can do, we can have that kind of how to say, like a what shall I say about this one? Okay, if we have that kind of ideas, cap, that the thing that we have to concern is the first one. I believe that the first one believe, nakap, and the second one, I believe the second one we are talking about respect, respectful. And the third one, I believe that we are talking about the understanding. As I mentioned that if we have this kind of qualities, whatever we belong to, uh, whatever, nakap, I believe if we have that kind of qualities, then we can live together perfectly, nakap, peacefully, nakap, because of we use the idea of understandings and respect. That is the major part of how we can live in the society, whatever small one or bigger one. I believe we can still use this method to live, nakap, to live. Thank you for this one, nakap, according to me, nakap. So
One,
yes,
yeah.
yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so one thought about Yeoman in
Okay.
his problem. I think if from my point of view, from the Buddhist point of view, right? So there is not only the funeral, we have also the chance to give boon to the passed away afterwards. And I think if I would be in this situation, I would make like clear to the other people that, okay, I would love to have like a Buddhist funeral, but because of saving the harmony inside the family, I would like Kim also said, like take the step back, also attend the funeral in another religion, but I have my own thoughts during the funeral, right?
Yeah.
So I respect, like you said, and I know that I still have the chance to to send bun to the passed away afterwards. But and maybe this is going to change the thinking of the other family members also, because they're thinking that okay, everybody is going to fight and someone wants to win the battle. What religious funeral are we going to do? And they are not thinking that someone is taking the step back. So maybe they are thinking that, oh, Hyung-min, how he's so kind, he's giving us the go to do it in our way, and maybe they will think different about you also, and then maybe about your point of view, and maybe also about your religion. Yeah. So this is my point of view about this one. And then the question before, if I still have that correct in my head, about
please.
the society, that everything is like getting worse, and how can we protect about this, right? That was the
Yes.
question you
Yes,
said.
please. Yes.
Maybe it's a bit like esoteric or maybe stupid to people that are not used to it, but I think that metta bhavana, like
Okay.
loving kindness, is the tool for me at the moment. And I did not do it that much in the past, but nowadays I think that I try to do it at the end of every meditation. So like to protect me, myself, in for the bad influences that we have. And I think really that if there are places where bad things happen, I think this practice is going to take care of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you so much for your thoughts, Nakap. And okay, next one, I would like to emphasize more about this one. So, what do you think, Nakap, the effects of negative thinkings? What do you think if the person have that this kind of ideas or thinking? What do you think about the consequences of this situation? According to your understanding, Kap, who's gonna answer this one, Kap? The effects of negative thinkings, Nakap. What is
Yeah,
that?
the
Yes, please, Kap.
effects of negative thinking, they will lead to constant thinking. You will think about this more and more, and that will lead to the thinking is going to lead to speak and leading to action. So it will lead just really lead to bad action and lead to bad karma.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, you're right. I can't agree with you more because of that is the concept. That is the chance that there's some they can lead to that part of ideas. Nakap. And the things that I want to emphasize and add on about this one, especially when we talking about the mental health effects. Nakap. Okay. The first thing that I believe that if we have that kind of ideas or actions, nakap, the first one that will increase anxiety and depressions. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me about this one? Kap.
Yeah.
Increase anxiety, kap. Increase anxieties and depressions because of this one is a major part of our thinkings, nakap. Uh, in my opinion, I believe that suppose the consequences happen because of we accept the ideas and we are the one who face that kind of situation or consequences again. That's why, as I mentioned about if we plant the seed, when we will receive whatever we plan, right? That's the issue. That is issue one. So in this matter, Nakap, I would like to share with you about uh, actually in our Buddhism, nakap, we believe in action. Whatever negative or positive action, that is that is the solutions or the idea or the decision making that we are going to have by our own self. So that's why in this part, I believe that if we have some kind of immunities, nakap. So let's talking about the immunities, kap. Suppose Kim said that I still remember about this one. Let it let it go. That is the main part that we think that is the good process or the good approach that we can protect us from the unwholesome thoughts นะครับ for me then others do you have any kind of approach นะครับ to dealing with this kind of situation okay. Yes
Yes, อาจารย์
yes so what is
just
yes
now
please
Ajahn mentioned about the negative effect of all these negative thoughts, right?
yes
Yeah, the instant bad effect will be we will not be happy. Yeah, it take away our happy feeling, when
yes
the negative thought comes. And then the next thing is there will be whole chain of all the negative thoughts coming follow with it. So it is like it's like the consequence is sometimes like what Haigo said. If we do not take note, or if we do not realize it, it kind of cannot be stopped. Yeah, it just comes automatically, and then eventually our mental health will be affected. So anxiety, fear, all the panic attack, and also thinking bad about other people, want to harm us, and all this, all will come, all will follow. So it really is very important for us to be to have the sati, to catch it, to have the
okay
sampachanya to catch it, and then to stop it right there, and remind ourselves, what is this? And I'm not that, So give us practicing this daily reminder that I'm not going to think bad, I'm not going to do bad, I'm not going to speak bad, and I will think good, I will speak well, and I will also do good. So Kim find that this is very good. It is like a very powerful chant to myself, because that so that's my day. So every morning I try to remind myself to be good. Yeah, so I think I'm much better in terms of my strength, and also my health. Yes, that's my sharing. Thank you.
so happy for you now because of you have very good immunities
Yes,
to
thank you.
prevent and protect with some unwanted things นะครับ yes very good
Yes.
okay and I want to emphasize about this one when we're talking about meditations or mindfulness I think this the best method to protect or prevent some things that we think it's not important at all นะครับ for example why we should have mindfulness นะครับ to protect ourselves in this one because of this the 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 tool I can say that this the tool to save us because of that that's only when we talking about study or mindfulness is the techniques that we can realize what is going on or what's happened or what is the result of this one think okay right now if we have that kind of immunities already so that's why we can dealing with that particular issue, whatever come from which Dhamma vitaks or hatred or violence. So that's why in this part we can how to say we can fight. I can say that we can fight. We can protect us from this or issue about this one. นะครับ That is a very good point that we can learn from our teachings that we call Dhamma นะครับ because and another part that I believe that another point that we think we should have is mean how to say right thinking นะครับ so right thinking is another part that I think related with our idea of mindfulness because of when we have state or mindfulness then we can have ability to right thinking or right thoughts something like that that's it's like a goes hand in hand about this one นะครับ so that is my point of how can we protect or prevent us from difficult situation which is happen or occur from unwholesome thoughts นะครับ so it can have as I told you that in this point นะครับ it can happen to everyone นะครับ and I think it's depend on the abilities or how powerful of ideas or ability to prove some with that issue นะครับ so in this point I believe that Dhamma of the Lord Buddha or Dhamma of the Buddhism can prevent us from harmful things นะครับ so it's why whatever meditations or understanding clearly about the situation, so I think it worth to study, it worth to go for that. That is the thing that I just want to emphasize. So for me I believe that the Buddhism นะครับ try to emphasize the importance of training our mind นะครับ to be good and virtuous นะครับ developing wisdom and letting go of unnecessary things นะครับ to live a happy and fulfill life with free from suffering. That is the main part that we can gain and we can get from this type of ideas or situation นะครับ so anyone can include with my idea if anyone have that anyone has that idea ครับผม okay okay
Teacher, can I share my thoughts?
yes
Yeah.
please
Yeah, actually, I think having good Kalayana meet around us is very, very important as well. Yeah, because like sometimes if we have I should say like not even though if we try to practice mindfulness and then to have good thinking, to have the right thinking, but sometimes when we actually fall into the negative feeling, sometimes it's very difficult to climb out of it. You suddenly felt that you are being bombarded with a lot of negative thinking, and suddenly you fell into this pool of emotion called depression. Yeah.
yeah yes
So
yes
when you fall into this pool of depression, and then you'll be asking yourself, you feel like you are not yourself. You feel
Mhm.
like I shouldn't be this, but why am I like this? It's you feel that what should I do? You feel so helpless. Yeah, so I think at that time we really, really need Kalayanamit around us. Yeah, because me too. Even though sometimes I learn Dharma and all those, but there are times whereby I myself also I feel like, oh, this is not me. But why am I feeling so negative? Why am I not feeling empowered? You just don't know why. And I just feel like I need to go and speak to someone. After speaking to someone like my friend, of course, uh the prerequisite is that you have to choose the right person to talk to. If not, because when you are down and you are feeling negative, so you are very vulnerable to anything that people feed you with the information. So it is important that you have really good people around you that have right view, so that when you know that this person you can count on, like when you're feeling down, you know that this person you should talk to, and then if you are wrong, she will tell you you are wrong. She will not tell you nice story to tell you, oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay to feel angry because we are just human. And then you feel more angry. Yeah, so of course
yeah
we should have friends like this who will put us into the right place. Yeah, so this is what I think we must, every one of us must have good Kalayanami.
yeah
And I think women are really very privileged, because I think in every part of the world there are helpline for women, like women who have depression or something, like they are in domestic violence or what, they have a helpline. Because I just talked to my sister, she is currently studying to be a health coach, and she just
Mhm.
talked to me. She says that there are helpline for women everywhere. Of course, the worldwide, the statistic for people who have depression, women is higher than men, but the statistic of people who committed suicide, men is
yeah
higher than women.
Mhm.
Yeah, he says that because there are no helpline for men, there are no helpline for men to call for depression. There are no helpline for domestic violence for men. So they are only for women. Yeah, so that's why I think every one of us should have a good Kalayana meet around us before we did something that is not right. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought.
Thank you so much. That is I can add on about this one. That is a friend flaw,
Huh?
right? That is a friend flaw,ครับ. That is
Yeah,
this is the
that is
beneficial
what
friend.
that is what friends are for. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
A
Yes,
couple of
agree.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay,
couple of years
Kim,
back, my husband was when we argue,
okay.
when we had a fight, and then he was so upset, and I could not talk to him. Then I get one of my friends to talk to him. Yeah, then after that he get better.
Very
Yeah.
good method. Very good method. Techniques. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
agree with Maisie. Having a good friend at the right time and to find the right person, it is very important. Because if we find the wrong person, end up we will become like blaming the whoever that we don't like, blaming the
Yes.
situation, and that make things worse. It doesn't clear our problem. And with regards to suicide rate of men is higher. Also partly not just only the helpline though. Of course, women are more lucky to have more helpline in this sense. But then, the whole worldwide, the SOS hotline is open for all, regardless of male or woman. So the gentlemen don't feel don't feel sad.
Okay, okay. We will think about that.
Yeah, but then it actually lies with the men less talkative like women. Men just keep things to themselves, so they don't really open up. So that is one of the reason men when they suffer from mental illness, then it become more disastrous.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Agree, you might, so you shouldn't do that. Don't keep to yourself. Okay, share more with us. Because
Yes.
Kim worked in mental health before, so yeah, that's what we learned. Yeah, so
Yes.
having a good person to share is very important.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you.
we very appreciate your thoughts very much. So how about others, Kap? If anyone want to emphasize or add about the topics or the ideas, then we can have for a while. นะครับ Just only 1 minute, 2 minutes, no problem. นะครับ Anyone to add more about the situation that ครับ
Men should learn to be more talkative.
Whoa,
Okay.
the world be upside down.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows, Kap? Maybe. Okay. Okay. I think anyone want to add or okay. If you don't mind, I would like to conclude about this topic นะครับ Actually, when we're talking about unwholesome thoughts นะครับ it's very very dangerous. Whatever male or female, young or adult or old people นะครับ it affects all นะครับ and the thing is the thing that we have to realize that okay, when this incident happens or it happened, so we have to know how to crops up, how to deal with that kind of situation นะครับ because of this the Buddha said that this is the first place that they can lead to the action, whatever good or bad นะครับ so if it's good, then we can accept, we can continue. But if the opposite one, it means bad things, bad or negative thoughts, so we have to stop as soon as possible because of it can lead to the harmful act with oneself, the first one. And the second one, it can harmful with others as well. That's why if you would like to have the good qualities of environment, so we have to stop, we have to prevent all kind of unwholesome things นะครับ unwholesome things นะครับ so if you don't mind, I would like to thank you for your understanding and to share your ideas or thoughts about this one, because of it's so important. And I feel like okay, if we have this kind of qualities and everyone has this one, I believe that we will have the better place to live, and for our generations and for our next generations as well, because of we need this kind of quality very much นะครับ thank you so much, thank you so much for all of us นะครับ I hope you are enjoy the class today ครับผม thank you so
Thank
much
you
thank you so
อาจาร
much
ย์ for the
thank
interesting
you so much
lesson.
thank you
Thank
อาจาร
you.
ย์
สวัสดีค่ะ
yes สวัส
Thank
ดี
you
ค
all
รับ
my
สวัสดีครับ
contributors
สวัสดีครับโอเค thank you so much thank you so much ครับ
ค่ะ
ครับสวัสดีครับ
Thank you